Super Plus.
Greetings and welcome to the Heels of Steel 2 Tank Breakdown series. I'm your host Andrew, and today we're introducing another tank to the series. We're taking a look at Wally, one of our last frontline tanks. Wally is an incredibly fun tank to play, and a lot of people should find it relatively easy to enjoy as well. As you can see from the statistics, Wally is a very healthy with a great special tank. This means that he specializes in getting to the front line and being able to protect his teammates very well. As you can see from leveling him up, it further increases the health of the tank as well as the attack, speed and special. Wally also comes with an amazing array of skins to choose between. For this particular one, we're going to go with the newest one, Birch Wally. Whenever we're playing Wally, because we want to be on the front line protecting our teammates, when it comes to adding the different tank parts, we want to look at a couple of different ways to play it. You can increase your damage, you can increase your speed, as well as a mixture of others. However, with the way that we're going to play it is that we want to be on the front line to protect our teammates and take as much damage as we possibly can. So, in order to do that, we're actually going to be adding three different things. Ammo crate to help reduce our reload time so that we can keep the enemies at bay longer. We're going to use the med kit for the faster health regen, and we're going to use the armor plate to increase the max health overall. Once we do that, you can see that our health is further pushed up, making us even stronger. But let's now jump into the action and see what that looks like with Wally as we kick things off with some rare jewel. Although Wally is a frontline specialist, don't let that fool you into thinking that he is not great on his own. In this case, we're going up against Joker, a ranged tank, which means that with Wally we can push right in quickly to take them down. Our two abilities, the first one is a drill effect. With Wally, it pushes out the drill in front of him and does a lot of damage as it spins, hitting any tanks that are in front of it. Our special is a barrier. It sits on the back of Wally, and when we use it, it throws it forward, creating a little pillar. What this does is that it both stops the movement of enemy tanks, and it means that they have to either climb over it, wait for it to be destroyed, or destroy it themselves. This can be used in a number of different ways, which we'll see better in action in a few other game modes. But, as we stated, Wally is still strong enough in a 1v1, so although he is very strong as a team player, you can still hold your own in some one-on-one duels. But like we mentioned, it's now time to check out Wally in some team action. Domination is one of the game modes that Wally shines the best. The objective being to take the flags and hold them. This is where Wally can use his special to greatest effect. As a frontline tank, we push in, taking a lot of damage to ensure that our teammates are safe doing damage from behind. And when we're ready, we can use our special to actually hold back the enemies. So, we've captured two flags. We then throw out our special, which creates a pillar, blocking them from advancing forward. This means we can keep control of the two flags for a victory. But, with Wally being a good, healthy frontline tank, we can push forward and take even a third. The damage that we actually do with Wally is surprisingly good as well, so don't worry about whether you can take tanks down. You definitely can. One game mode where Wally might struggle is Team Survival. In Team Survival, the objective is to hold off oncoming waves. With this, there are a lot of enemy tanks coming at once, and most of them being ranged means that we get a lot of damage taken before we can get close to them. We can still do a decent enough job, but this is where we actually struggle the most because of so many ranged units. With this team composition, we have two ranged units, so what we want to do is just at least try and soak as much damage as we possibly can, so that our two ranged teammates can take the tanks down. In most cases, when playing team survival, you're likely to die quite a bit, even if you have pumped your numbers up to being very healthy, especially whenever you get into these closer range ones as well. Although you're able to get in and do a lot of damage quicker because the melee ones take time to get to you, because there are so many of them at once, it still is a lot of damage. Whenever actually playing against the units as well, your special might not work too well in team survival. Although you can throw it out and it holds enemy units at bay, there are some problems with it which we'll see when we get to some of the later stages. Range units are going to be our biggest problem when it comes to team survival, because although we can get in close to the first ones, there's still more behind that are doing damage. So if you want to play Wally in team survival, you really just got to do your best to hold that front line, take as much damage as you can to ensure that your teammates are able to at least get the damage done. So as we go up against Phoenix here, we throw out our special, and the Phoenixes then start to gather together. This then becomes a problem because as they then break through that pillar, there's 4, 5, maybe even more grouped together. And once they get close together, that's going to be a lot of damage that they're doing at once. So that can be very, very dangerous. The only advantage to it is that because they are grouped up, your teammates that are ranged will be able to do a lot of damage to them together in a group. So just be careful where and in what wave you're placing your special down. This concludes our look at Wally. If you're looking for a great frontline tank that can do both one-on-one, but is great in team modes like Domination or Star Catch, then Wally might be the answer. Your basic attack does a lot of damage, holds enemies at bay. Your special is great for controlling the map, particularly in Star Catch or Domination. If you want to keep the enemies at bay while you take objectives, it is king. You also take a lot of damage, so you can pump up your numbers for your health, and that means that you can protect your teammates very well. So, if you want a good, well-rounded, strong tank that can take a lot of hits and do damage, then Wally is the answer. Just be careful when going into certain game modes, like Team Survival and others, where you may not be the best tank for the situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our social medias and our YouTube channel to keep up to date with all this content. Join our Discord to interact with other fans, share your gameplays, as well as participate in giveaways. If you play Wally and you have suggestions on how to play them or any hints and tips for beginners, let us know in the comments below. Until the next time, have fun, and we will see you on the hills.